Okay, now we're gonna bring it
Whose
down
fault
to
is that?
Just stop, Pete. We're bringing it down to the bottom of that. And we have 3-seeded Notre Dame facing off with Wichita State, and I think this is potentially going to be the best game in the round of the Sweet 16. Notre Dame has played a pair of close ones. That first game, they adjusted to their normal 3-point shoot-it-out style of play against Northeastern. Big man Augusti had a nice 25-point game, played really well, even through some foul trouble. They were able to get away with that one. And then they go to overtime with Butler, and they pulled through. Their seniors stepped up, and they made the plays when it counted. And I've really, really liked what I've seen from the Fighting Irish. Very biased. Love them. I mean, that takes precedent over Kentucky. Like, so if this falls through and they do play Kentucky, it's going to be tough to watch, to be honest. Because I don't think the Irish stand a chance. But I think they've got Wichita's number here.
So do I. They're more of a grind-out team than West Virginia, like you said. When they versed UNC in the ACC championship, UNC was on a roll.
Absolutely.
And they were up by 8 or 10. Then they just went on that 22-4 run. And there's just no comeback. I mean, I think they do stand a chance against Kentucky if they verse them, because their 3-point shooting is just, I've never seen something like that in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can do that, they could beat anyone in the country, honestly, if they could play their game.
I think the size of Kentucky is too much for Notre Dame. When you look at that starting five, Augusti's the only big man. I mean, their 4 is that kid Valpasario. In all honesty, if this kid walked in Iona, no one would recognize him. He just looks like a normal 6'5" white kid that might have a jumper. Yeah. And I don't think he's dealing with Karl Anthony Towns. They're going to have to adjust their starting 5, and I really think the mismatches would just be so huge in that game. But, I mean, Wichita State is called the Shockers for a reason. They shocked the Jayhawks, who I actually had losing in round 1. Interesting choice, I would say the least.
You had Kansas losing in round 1?
Yeah, I felt like New Mexico State came in 13 straight. You gotta believe it.
Wait, 13 straight? I respect it.
I understood all the other upsets, but not that one.
I'll tell you what, that was the game I could not figure out. And what happened was Kansas came in 7-5, losing their conference tournament. Little controversy with freshman Cliff Alexander, not eligible for the tournament. You throw a New Mexico State team that's lost 1 game since New Year's Eve, 13 in a row, and there's going to be an upset somewhere. You got to find it. And I thought I found it, and I didn't. They got murdered, and it was a horrible decision. And, it happens.
Everyone has them.
Everyone's got bad choices. Smooth.
That was a 15 seed.
like that hat.
I like this hat.
I just want to know what you were going to get stitched on it.
I don't know. I was going to see what they had. But I never went.
They
so
don't
I was
have symbols. It's like letters and numbers. Usually.
I know.
I knew a couple kids from my town that used to get those when they get their last name. It was so dumb.
Anyway, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I'm gonna have to go with Wichita State.
Wow.
You wanna know why? Guard play wins games. That guy Fred VanVleet, dirty.
I don't think their guards are even better at all.
Notre Dame's point guard was he the first
Jaron
team?
Grant?
Yeah, wasn't he first team?
Second team? Well, he's the shooting guard, but as far as guard play, Demetrius Jackson, top 20 recruit in his sophomore season, is an absolute beast. And
Fred VanVleet's gonna eat him up.
Did you know that Jaron Grant's a Naismith finalist alongside?
He's gonna eat him up.
Alongside Okafor, Kyle Wiltshire, and J-Boy Frank Kaminsky. I don't understand. They have better guards.
Oh well, I'm still going Notre Dame. I mean, Wichita State.
Guard plays better, but
I'm just
saying
you're
better guards.
Yeah, listen. I like.
Cannon.
I haven't seen
Wait, can someone tell me, is B's last name not spelled the exact same as that kid?
Same way. They just say different.
But they say that's so weird. Our roommate Brandon's last name is Cannaton, but it says Connaughton. I thought that was interesting, but it's just a little fun fact.
I was mind boggled when I watched that a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, answered your mind.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I was gonna shoot him a text message, but I feel like
he probably wouldn't have cared.
How do I pronounce it over text?
You just spell it. Oh yeah. I get what you're saying. Either way, Brandon wouldn't have cared.
I guess it's my fault.
But yeah, I don't understand. I like Ron Baker and I think Van Fleet. I think they're good guards, but they're not better than Notre Dame's.
I guarantee Wichita State comes away with the win.
That's your guarantee.
No, my guarantee.
You're booking it?
My guarantee.
It's the lock?
My guarantee
I
is
know.
Michigan State over Oklahoma. That's my guarantee.
That is the
That
lock.
makes a little more sense, honestly.
It's an,
Physicality wins games. Thank you.
Oklahoma physical?
Tom Izzo goes off in March.
That's a good point. Joe,
Good point.
Notre Dame, Wichita,
Wait, when was the last time Michigan State won? He goes off.
the tournament. I couldn't even tell you.
Exactly. What do you mean he goes off?
He does always make it to like the Final Four, though. You got to give him that much.
What? Who?
Tom Izzo and the Michigan State Sparties.
Oh yeah. Wichita State shocked the world, but
Let's go.
no, they're not winning. Notre Dame's gonna win.
Sit down, Sonny.
Thank you.
Honestly, I think Wichita State has a chance because of the way they're playing, but I'm biased like you, and I'm a Notre Dame fan. So
Yeah, it's hard to bet against them unless it's clear.
but I think that Notre Dame has a good is gonna win but Wichita State is gonna make it tough.
See, it
But
doesn't
I'm
matter
going
if you
with Notre
win
Dame.
because you're still losing to Kentucky next round.
Well, that's actually what was going to be my next question. I appreciate the segue, Pete.
Oh.
Everyone other than Pete has the same matchup for the next round, prediction-wise, unless he has Wichita.
I actually did pick Notre Dame.
Okay, so we'll
Put
so
in my
then
bracket,
I had ND
but I'm
Kentucky,
feeling Wichita
I
State.
also had ND Kentucky.
I winded up with that.
So, I mean, do you guys think that Notre Dame could pull what would be the
No.
upset of the year? Do you think they
No.
have a chance?
Yes.
I just said they did.
I think they have a chance, but
It's not gonna happen.
Why don't? Well, you can't say you don't have a
Wisconsin's gonna
chance.
make
It's
it.
the tournament.
Kentucky's too good.
I mean, do you think what do you think? Would Notre Dame have to do everything? Like, what would they have to do to win that game?
Well, realistically, they have to score more points.
Okay, they have to.
Oh, my.
they have
Pete
to,
won't be here for the next
Yeah.
show.
Come on, you have to see that one coming.
They have to.
Nah, I don't
they
know.
Have to
They
stick
gotta
to their
hit the
game plan.
threes, hit the free throws, but Kentucky's too good. They dominate the boards. You know, they're too good.
I just-
they play too smart.
For
They're
me,
best,
it's just
they're hands down the
Kentucky's-
best defensive
Kentucky's
team out there.
size is just too much. But honestly, I think if any team were to do it, I think it would be the Fighting Irish.
That's what I said. I mean. in
I
one
think
of the,
I give them a better chance than Wisconsin.
in one of the few brackets I have
Honest.
them.
Michigan State. Physicality.
You think Michigan
Physicality.
State has the best chance?
Physicality. A bunch of freshmen, they don't know what physical is till they meet Michigan State.
They
What
play in the
bunch of
SEC.
freshmen?
That's an
What
absolute
bunch of
grind.
Physicality.
What bunch of freshmen?
Physicality.
What
On-
freshmen?
They're not all
Kentucky,
freshmen
they're-
anymore. That's what you forget, man.
Coley
My
Stein.
son's a junior. The Harrison brothers are sophomores.
Yeah,
Dakari Johnson's a sophomore.
yeah, but they
Towns
all got
is only
Lyles
freshman.
and Towns. They rebound for them, no?
Yeah, but
Thank you.
Those are
Thank
those are
you.
the top 5 talents, bro. You gonna tell me they don't know what physicality is? How are
Michigan
they
State knows physicality.
how are they surviving? Michigan State doesn't have the size,
They have physicality. They have heart.
Every team has heart in the tournament.
except for
it's one
Iowa
and done.
State.
Okay, okay, fine. Fine, take that. But like, I mean, it's one and done. They're giving you literally everything they got in these. Like, if these teams play each other in regular season, they'd be totally different scores.